Portland. There we go. All right. Wow, that's tight. Yeah. Because in the COVID era, you want to make sure that mic is right up to your nose, like really tight. Otherwise, can't be heard like this. Wow. Can't boost that, huh, Dawson? All right. We'll get through this. It's going to be another 90 minutes of this, me complaining about this. No problem with this. Hey, I was thinking about this. You guys got a homeless issue over here. We have a homeless issue in Los Angeles. So let's really see if we can drill down on this for a second, because I just passed a 32-foot RV that was parked in front of this establishment. So let's just figure this out. Okay. If you're a junkie and you're living in a refrigerator box under a freeway overpass on the wrong side of town, I have sympathy for you. You're probably not capable of working and dressing and presenting yourself and paying your taxes and all that kind of shit. But if you're driving an RV, I can't drive an RV. I pay taxes, I have homes, I have a professional race car license, and I cannot handle an RV. Nor could I park the RV, hook up the water, pull some electrical off a pole, fold the awning out, set up the beach chairs. You can't camp with me. I'm not getting an RV. I can't handle an RV. So what I'm saying is if you're living in the refrigerator box on some pallets in the park, fine, you're insane, you're a junkie. If you own an RV, perhaps you could get a job and pay some fucking taxes. That's all I'm saying. And it's essentially, this isn't you flopping on a sidewalk. This is you parking your own house in front of someone else's house who pays a shitload in taxes, and you pay none. So it's essentially, I mean, what if you could just put your house on wheels and go, oh, fuck it, I don't want to live in Pacoima or some shitty part of LA. I'll just drive my house over to Venice Beach, California, where the median-sized house is $3.7 million, and I'll just park in that neighborhood and live off the fat of the land. Fuck those people in their RVs. They need to pay taxes, they need to go to fucking work, and the ones living in the refrigerator boxes need to go to a shelter and get some methadone. Can we agree on this? Also, I have difficulty pitching a tent when I'm camping. I don't think I could pitch a tent on cement. I feel like that would be difficult for me. By the way, shouldn't we start suing the guys who are making these stakeless tents? That's really the problem. When I was a kid, you had to drive a stake and pull a rope. You would have no tent. If you didn't have a stake, you didn't have a tent. There's no such thing as a pop-up tent where you just fart into it and it popped into a beautiful manner. It's a bunch of freestanding tents out there. No stakes, no hooks, no ropes, just a tent. But I also feel like if you could pitch a tent on a sidewalk, you could get a job at a fucking Starbucks and pay some goddamn taxes, couldn't you? Let's go across the street and find out what's going on with this fucker in his RV. I bet this guy's got, I bet he's watching Sports Center right now. He's probably got a recliner with a massage element in there, maybe a little heat on the lumbar. He's lighting a cigar with a $10 bill and laughing. Oh, look at those suckers across the street paying a cover charge and a 2-drink minimum. He probably put like a Ring doorbell camera in here somewhere during the day. Probably, who's coming into town next week? Oh, Dana Gould. I like him. Yeah, that'll be good. I was watching this Frank Sinatra documentary. Do you guys see that Frank Sinatra documentary?
Yes.
I don't remember anything about it. Other than, well, I remember two things. One is he was taking his wife for a drive in a Cadillac. She found a bracelet in the glove box, and she thought it was for her. Later on, saw a floozy wearing the same bracelet at a party, got angry at the woman and kicked her out of the party, and then Frank yelled at his wife and said, "You apologize to her," which makes me long for a simpler time. Could you imagine pulling that shit off? You buy a bracelet for your whore friend, then she shows up at the party and your wife finds it, and you're like, you go apologize to her now and give her some earrings. What are those hanging off your ear? Go hand her those. Make her a drink, give her the earrings, and apologize. But I was listening to he was singing that song, The Lady is a Tramp, which I won't break down the game film on that, except for there was one part where he goes, "She hates California, it's cold and it's damp. That's why the lady," and I'm like, California's cold and damp? You couldn't have found a fucking warmer, drier state. How did you could have said, "She hates San Francisco, it's cold and it's damp," and you'd go, fine, I'm with you. San Francisco's cold and damp, or Portland, Oregon, it's cold and it's damp, although no one would go to Portland, Oregon in 1951. Unless they were like prospectors or something. But I'm just saying, why do you say California? It's fucking hot and it's dry. You should say smoggy and wet, or smoggy and dry, or some shit like that. The point is I got upset, and I went and looked up the original lyrics, because that was Frank putting his own flavor on it. It wasn't cold and it's damp. The song was written in 1937. In 1937, the guy who wrote the song said, "She hates California, it's crowded and damp." 0 for 2, bro. 1937? Levi Strauss was the only person living in California in 1937. It wasn't crowded. Sure as fuck wasn't damp. And then I got more angry. This is why you can't get on the internet, except for porn. I got more angry at that song. I didn't think it was possible. We're going to talk about this with Brian and Gina when they come out, because I saw the movie Inception last night with my son. You guys see that movie? Son. My son's such a snob. He's 15. Like, it's a pretty smart movie, Dad. Nick Cage is not escaping from a prison plane. I don't know if you would like it, you know. I'm like, I'll give it a shot. I couldn't really follow. It was too fast. I didn't know what was going on in the movie, but it was kind of fun. At a certain point, Ellen Page popped up in the movie. Ellen Page is now Elliot Page. So I had to have that conversation with my son, always important. Then at some point, Joseph Gordon-Levitt kissed Ellen Page. And I turned to my son and go, "You know, it makes him gay now." He's now grandfathered into gay. I was watching that movie going, I don't know, what's so hot about Leonardo DiCaprio? Such hot stuff. Is he that hot? I don't know. He's not that hot. Is he that great an actor? Is he that hot? Oh, yeah. Is that hot? All right, but you know what I was thinking about when I was watching that movie? Leonardo DiCaprio. You love the Leonardo. What if his name was Leon? I don't think you'd be half as into Leon DiCaprio. I think it's in the name. I got the same thoughts about the actress Minnie Driver. Not hot, can't act, and I don't think any of us would have ever heard of her if her name was like Shelley Hampelstein or something. All right, should we bring out Bald Brian and Gina Grad, everybody? Bald Brian, Gina Grad, you in the wings. Here we are. That way. Oh, sorry. So conception was inception. Sorry, fine. But I don't know, Brian, I figure you'd have thoughts on it. I waited 10 years to watch that movie. I watched it last night. I was okay, but I didn't follow completely. I didn't feel like it had an end.
It has an awesome end. What are you talking about? Well, I mean, it's ambiguous, but it's awesome.
It's ambiguous.
With the totem, with the spinning.
The dreidel.
No, I know the movie ended. I know it's ambiguous, like Ellen Page's genitalia. But I don't know. I don't know what the end was. I know he was trying to get with his wife. I don't know. I didn't. It moved too fast.
She died in Act 1.
She died in Act 1. But weren't they trying to pull a caper off?
Yes, in order to he got framed more or less for the wife's murder. He blamed, and in order to get access back into the country,
Well, what happened to the caper?
They pulled it off. The inception was the caper. They wanted to make the guy, Cillian Murphy, believe it was his idea to break up his dad's company.
Oh, okay. So it worked. They solved it.
Yeah, they did.
That's just too much flying around in slow motion.
Maybe Sonny was right.
Yeah. But overrated movie?
I love it.
Oh, of course you love it. Of course.
No, I'm super dumb, and it was a great movie.
Yeah.
That good, huh?
Yeah. Were you checking Fairy Tale Fantasy score or Fairy Tale Football?
No, I don't do fairy tale football. No, I thought it was interesting conceptually. It just had so many things going on at once. I wasn't tracking. I agree. I like when Leonardo got trapped in the woods and that bear tried to fuck him. Now that's a movie. Insertion.
Yeah, that's a film.
I like how you're obsessed with Leo's good looks, but you somehow missed a beautiful Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
Standing there right next to him, for God's sake.
Yeah, he's better.
He's a handsome fella.
But his name is Tom.
That's right.
It's no Leonardo.
You can accomplish it with Leonardo Hardy.
If you name your kid, you should all just name your fucking kid Leonardo. Everyone's gonna be. He's either going to be hot or like a great inventor.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
That's all we got for Leonardo.
Do you know Leonardo's next girlfriend hasn't been born yet?
Oh, that's
a fun fact.
I think
Inception.
Exactly. I think the one he's on is I think is 23.
all right, so let me say this. All right,
Don't clap for that.
she's 23.
I think she's in her early 20s. As am I.
This really is a dream.
By the way, he's not on her anymore. He rolled over. He's watching Sports Center.
Right.
So now, if you're going out with Leonardo, and you're 23, and he's had 25, 23-year-old girlfriends in the last 16 years, now here's the strategy. Do you do what normal women do, which is like, Leonardo, when I said socks in the hamper, I didn't mean one sock in the hamper. I said socks, plural, okay? You go down that road. Or do you go into, yes, your highness mode? Because maybe that stretches it out, but maybe you throw the curveball by going into a sort of straight ahead mode.
Yes, I think you're absolutely right, because she knows she's going to age out in about 4.5 months.
Right.
So she's going to have to zig when all the other girls have zagged.
And, all right, you're 23, you're dating Leonardo DiCaprio. Do you do the preemptive dump to have it go on record as you dumped Leo?
Yeah.
You're going to get dumped somewhere in the next 5 months anyway. Cut a few weeks off, dump him, spread the word. Now that's on your permanent record. Then you're the smoke show who dumped the Leonardo.
That's very good.
That's
good.
You can sell that book.
Yeah. Dump. Would you dump him early?
Well, you
and
know how it's
often.
going to end, so you might as well take advantage.
Yeah,
Get out front.
that's crazy like a fox.
Now, is Leonardo, we always go, oh, these guys have such a prodigious sexual appetite and they're such womanizers. He's just doing everything he's allowed to do, right? Sure. Leonardo is doing with women's vaginas what the guy in the RV is doing with this fucking truckster across the street. Like, I'll just fucking, hey, man, if you ain't gonna tow me, I'll fuck you. Like, I'm just doing what I'm doing until somebody stops me from doing it.
Right.
The rest of the world lives in gravity, unlike them in their endless hotel hallway where they're floating around constantly. We get, guy drives a forklift, he's got a wife, he lives in gravity, right? He doesn't have women presenting all the time. But Leon Nardo.
Middle name Nardo.
He can do whatever he wants.
With impunity.
With impunity, and thus he does.
There must
Indeed.
be subtle differences, though, because keep in mind, two members of the famed Pussy Posse, Leonardo DiCaprio and Tobey Maguire, have gone in very different directions. Now, maybe it's your thing where one's named Leonardo and the other's named Tobey.
Well, yeah, that's my point. You can only
Look no further.
tap so much ass with a name like Toby. Now, his name is Leonardo Maguire. It's getting late. It's all in the name. So Leonardo, he just sold his beach house. If you think you get angry at celebrities for tapping a lot of world-class ass, and we do. But you would get much more upset at celebrities if you knew what they did with real estate, because it's like, oh, we bought that place on PCH in 2009 for $3.4 million, and he just sold it for $11.5. Like, it is fucking nuts.
And it didn't change his life at all.
No.
He's just chuckling to himself and he moves on.
Yep. But I wonder, again, probably pounded some world-class punani in that Malibu place,
I hope
right?
so, yeah.
Is that...
Oh, you have to disclose that like a dead body.
Yeah, you want to disclose it.
Giselle slept here.
Yeah. If I'm the realtor, I'm like bringing people up to the master suite going, smell that? That's not the ocean. Oh, no. The windows are shut, baby. You're smelling. It smells like the ocean. There's subtle differences.
Less briny.
All right. Do we want to play a little? What are we playing? Rotten Tomatoes. We're playing the Rotten Tomatoes game. Let's do that.
Listen to that noise. It's a high falsetto voice. It can only mean one thing, and you can feel it. Gossip names are flicks, and the gang makes their picks, guessing if it's rotten or fresh. If they guess it exactly, we'll get a bonus 5. It's the Rotten Tomatoes game. You know how we do it. Give me the Rotten Tomatoes game. Now it's time to play it.
Well, all right. Well, ho, ho, ho. Santa Dawson here, wishing everyone a marijuana and a hashy new year.
Santa Doss was right there.
No better time of year to kick back and enjoy a nostalgic holiday classic. So enjoy this week's Christmas-themed Rotten Tomatoes game. We begin with a movie that famously loops as a 24-hour marathon on TBS every year.
Sweet.
It tells the story of a young Ralphie Parker and his quest to get a Red Ryder BB gun for Christmas. The film stars Peter Billingsley as Ralphie and Melinda Dillon and Darren McGavin as the parents who warn him, you'll shoot your eye out. From 1983, A Christmas Story.
I remember the dad saying, you run with that BB gun, son, you're never going to go on to host and coach the New Orleans Saints. It's a deep cut. Look it up. He's the same human being. I I never saw this movie. I know
What?
it's sacrilege. I don't know.
Shocking.
In 1983, I was 20 or 21, and just deemed this child's play for me.
It is, and we actually introduced it to the kid yesterday, so I have freshly watched this movie, which means that I'm all fucked up on
Right.
nostalgia.
Yeah.
Nostalgia.
No, watching it doesn't always help your score. So this is the score that the critics gave the movie, and we'll see who gets the closest to that score. Yes,
There
Brett?
is something about a movie coming out at a time in your life when you're not ready for it. Like The Lion King came out when I was like, I don't know, 16 or 17. I'm like, I'm fucking watching that shit. It's one of the best movies ever made.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I felt that way about Studying. It came out
At the wrong
when
time.
I was in
at the
high
wrong
school.
time in your
I'm
life.
not ready for this.
Oh, a lot of politically incorrect stuff in this movie.
Oh,
this
really?
movie would not be made frame for frame today.
Set in the 50s.
All right, nostalgia. People like it. I'll let you guys lock an order, a number, and then I'll spit out my own. No help from the studio audience.
Trust me, he didn't help me.
All right, you guys locked in?
No. Okay.
All right. I say it's a classic. 81.
I had 83.
Yeah, we're all in the same place. 84.
84.
Forgive me, I am adding the scores as we go.
Are you drunk, Dawson?
Haven't had a drink all day, sir.
Are you high?
No, sir.
What?
I've been working all goddamn day.
What have you done with Dawson?
A Christmas Story is certified fresh at 89%.
All right. All in the 80s.
Thank you.
Next up, God bless. We recently learned a fun fact about our next film. Star Jim Carrey spends so many hours in the makeup chair each day, 92 days in fact, that he had to learn torture resistance techniques from the CIA. Was it worth it? Directed by Ron Howard and based on the Dr. Seuss classic from the year 2000, How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
The live action.
Yeah.
It has the recipe for a great movie. It has Ron Howard, Jim Carrey, and a beloved story.
Yeah.
What could go wrong?
I don't think it was responded to the way they would have liked. And yeah, I mean, I couldn't imagine spending that kind of time in a makeup chair.
Remember the Cat in the Hat got 0%.
Oh, really?
Or the Mike Myers Cat in the Hat we did like, I don't know, 2 months ago.
Oh,
like
because we
Alec
haven't learned.
Baldwin?
Let's all follow Brian down his road. He couldn't possibly be
FYI.
sabotaging everyone.
So he spent what, 6 hours a day in the makeup
Oh,
chair?
at least, right?
I think so, yeah. And then he had to learn how to be waterboarded.
If I put on all the prosthetics and spent 6 hours in a makeup chair and we're filming every day, and they were like, all right, when we wrapped at 7 o'clock at night, like, see you back here at 4:30 in the morning, I'd be like, I'm just gonna keep this shit on.
I'll sleep in a chair.
I'll put the fucking top up of my convertible so I don't freak out the neighborhood, but I'll go home. I'm a back sleeper. I'll just like drink an Ensure through a crazy straw, and I'll be here the next morning. I mean, you can touch me up. I'm gonna try to smoke at some point, but I'm not fucking doing this whole dance again.
No.
I slept in my football uniform once when I was about 9. And unfortunately, I was just like, I'm sleeping in my football uniform. I have shoulder pads, cup, thigh pads, cleats. Slept in it. Unfortunately, at the time, I was a bedwetter. Sorry, East Valley Trojans, who soiled your pants. All right. By the way, I think I slept in my football uniform because I was like arguing with my dad, you know, and he was like, take your uniform. I was like, I'm going to sleep in it, out of here, old man. And I proved my point, but then I wet myself. So it was...
It's a full circle.
It's hard. Yeah, there was a full circle right around my groin. It was a full circle right where my nutsack was. All right. They didn't like it. How much didn't they not like it? You guys locked in. Big effort. I say 49.
Pretty close. This is a poorly conceived movie. Like, everyone in this is grotesque. They all have weird facial, like, prosthetics. They all look ugly and weird. I'm sure kids were scared. 40%.
Oh my. All I know is that because bitches can't get enough of looking sexy, there's a sexy Grinch filter on Instagram, so enjoy that before Christmas. I said just barely rotten at 59.
Well, we have a 5-point deduction. How the Grinch Stole Christmas is rotten at 49.
Yeah! All right, let's just jump to the news. You guys get the idea. Movie, guess. Okay.
Tom Hanks is at the center of our next film,
Oh, yeah.
playing 5 different roles in a film based on a beloved children's book. When the rights were sold, one of the conditions was that the movie could not be animated. And so real actors were filmed and later animated using a brand new technology called motion capture. The resulting film tells the simple story of a young boy who sneaks aboard a steam train on its way to the North Pole. From 2004, The Polar Express.
Brian, I think you jumped the gun on saying that the Grinch terrified children.
Yeah, grotesque and
this
terrified
was-
children. I think it's
you
the
guys
same
know
thing.
what all these humanoids look like, right? It was really unsettling.
Did not see it.
Robert Zemeckis. Never saw it either.
There's 2 things I try to avoid at the Cineplex. Movies based on beloved children's books, and any movie that promises to sweep me away. I keep walking. I will not be swept away or indulge in a beloved children's book. I did not see this. Tom Hanks is always great. I don't know who did this. It wasn't
Robert Zemeckis.
Oh, was it a
I don't know the
Pixar
studio, but he's the
Okay,
Back to the Future and all that stuff.
Hanks can only be so bad, though, right?
Yeah, but it wasn't Hanks. It was like AI Hanks.
All right. You guys saw it?
No.
No,
No.
nobody saw it. All right, I have no idea where we're at. You guys locked in?
Yep.
I say there's so much love in that town for Hanks that they gave it a begrudging 61.
Wow. No, don't say up. I said down. This was this is nightmare fuel for children. So I don't think parents took their kids to this. I said 40.
I'm in between you guys at 45.
45.
Well, The Polar Express is also rotten at 56%.
Oh. Ace Man in the catbird seat. Like the view from here.
Tom Hanks' Toy Story co-star Tim Allen stars in our next film about a divorced father who connects with his son after accidentally knocking out old Saint Nick, putting on a red suit and thus becoming legally bound to take over the job. It's a title that definitely came out before the script. From 1994, The Santa Claus.
Is the Santa Claus that if you beat up Santa, you become Santa?
He accidentally kills him, I think, or runs him over or something.
This is the first one, right?
Yeah, indeed.
There's more than one?
There's the origin story.
Yes. All right. Now movies. Here's how divorced dads roll in movies. They're either horrible ne'er-do-wells who abandon the family, or they're good as gold struggling to try to please the kids, like Mrs. Doubtfire
Yes.
style or
Yeah.
something. I think that my dad was a much more realistic depiction of a divorced dad, which is like, I got kids, I guess. We can hang out sometimes. I'll give them a little bit of money, not any paper money. They never have the in-between dad,
No.
in-between divorced
No,
dads.
just a
They're the
normal dad
trying to
who isn't married.
All right, now I think the first one was considered a fun movie.
I haven't seen it.
I haven't
All I
seen
know
it.
is Walt Disney Pictures. Come on, buddy. How bad can it be?
It's a kids film, right?
Yes.
They
It's
like
family film.
kids,
Yeah.
they like family, they like Christmas.
What year was this, Dawson? You have the-
94.
Okay, so they're right in the middle of like Home Improvement, right?
Yeah, and Tim Allen was sort of beloved, back then. So, you guys locked? Mm-hmm. Whew, I say it was 52.
I went a little lower, 42.
40.
The Santa Claus is certified fresh
Shut the fuck up.
with a score of
It's outrageous.
72. And finally,
Well, because what it is they made 128 Santa Clauses
Yeah.
after that, so we're used to the Jaws 5 version,
Right.
and we didn't see. You saw the first Jaws,
Yeah.
and then you heard the next 18 Jaws
Right.
were horrible,
Right.
but you could do the math on the first one, but no one saw the first one of these, so we just did a math based on the last ones, being a money grab.
Nightmare on Elm Street's a good example.
Right.
and finally, it just wouldn't be Christmas without a visit from the dysfunctional Griswold family, who, after a number of failed family vacations, strive to have the perfect holiday season. Of course, things don't turn out that way, thanks to Cousin Eddie, an electrocuted cat, and the entire SWAT team. Chevy Chase, Beverly D'Angelo, and Randy Quaid star in 1989's Christmas Vacation.
Now, this is another one that in a certain age group is goddamn beloved.
This is the first one, right?
No.
Yes, this is Christmas Vacation.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, the first Christmas vacation, not
Yeah, yeah,
vacation.
there's like the third in the series.
Right.
Yeah.
Then it went to Christmas. Okay, so they didn't like this. Boy, we got tired
This is-
of Chevy Chase pretty quick, too.
Well, this is a tough one because it's beloved, it's funny, it's sweet, but this is not the kind of movie critics go for.
Right. And, all right, so this is the third in the vacation.
Yes.
But the first in the Christmas, I got a little lead.
Yep.
A little lead. I got to hang on to it. Now, Brian and Gina are close. So they could go balls out. Now, see, here's the strategy. I could go, all right, I'm going to protect my little lead. I'll play it safe, go into the four corners,
Right.
put in the nickel or dime package, protect the lead. So I could go, all right, we'll just call it 50. But this thing could be 9.
Yeah.
And Gina and Brian are going to go super low on this one.
Sure.
So I should go low too, even if it's too low, because all I have to do is be near them, because they're going to go with a ballsy move. You guys locked in?
Yeah.
Not yet.
Yes.
All right. I say 24.
Ballsy move, 81.
They went the other direction. Son of a bitch.
I guess I split the difference. I hated to do it, but they couldn't have liked it 40.
No.
Oh, fuck you.
Well, Christmas Vacation. My Lord, Ace. Christmas Vacation is fresh.
No!
At 67%.
Oh, I should have done 50.
Wow. You picked up 50 points. The
Wow.
last one.
How can this be fresh?
Bold strategy, Cotton.
Oh, man.
It is funny and it is sweet. I will say that.
Oh, goddamn, I've never seen it.
It brought us lines like shitter was full. It's great.
Well, you ready for some scores?
Please.
Oh, no.
First of all, Gina Grad. Congratulations. You made the podium.
Thank you.
Third place with a score of 91. Leaving us Bald Brian and Adam Carolla. That last one hurt quite a bit, but did it hurt enough? We'll find out.
Brian, were you always going to go high on this one?
Yeah, because strategy-wise, as soon as you mentioned they're going to go low, I'm like, well, this do or die, YOLO.
Oh, you were supposed to be locked in before I started voicing my strategy.
I don't know about that.
He said locked
Only
in.
the numbers.
He took a page from
this
Michelle
is a-
Obama. drama.
Oh, this is under protest.
When you go low, he goes high.
We're going. This one's under protest. Big asterisk. If there's a win here.
What if you win?
Playing under protest. Already filed the paperwork. The commission.
Well, Adam Carolla, we'll start with your score. It could be enough for the win. The score stands at 71. You lost 43 points. 43 points on that last call.
That could be a record.
Bald Brian. Am I happy or am I sad? I always love it when Brian loses.
Thank you.
Bald Brian, your score puts you second
To none?
to no one. 69!
Oh!
You took the game by 2 points.
Oh my God!
That was awesome.
It's the third installment. It's the third National Lampoon presents.
Yep.
First off, National Lampoon presents. You dropped 60 points right there. It's like if I hear from the mind, if a critic hears from the mind of M. Night Shyamalan, it goes down 37 points right out of the gate.
Yes, everyone knows that.
This thing is fresh.
It's pretty good. You should
Oh, okay. Well, I can no longer enjoy film. All film.
First
Not just
Inception,
this
now
one.
this.
First Inception, and now this. All right. Should we do some news with our own Gina Grad
Let's
up
do
here?
it.
News with Gina Grad. Breaking viral. Weird crime, protest, politics. Give me news with Gina Grad. Stuff they saw on TMZ. Joe Biden. Come now. Need news with Gina Grad.
I should tell.
With Gina Grad.
I should tell Lynch. So Chris Max Pato normally produces the show, is back in LA with COVID. So things are not on all cylinders because I don't have my ball puller name up here.
He's fine.
So whoever it is we agreed on, who has it? Anna.
Diana.
Oh, okay. You got a card for us? Chris normally does the card. All right. Yeah. All right, Mike.
Bye.
That was
Did you get
good.
what you needed?
Yeah, I got what I needed.
You guys rehearsed that?
Diana. All right. I'm going to write it down.
It's for the best. All right, let's do this. Let's start with Florida and work our way back. So, the Smoking Gun, my favorite source, reports that a Florida man has denied ownership of a baggie of cocaine and meth wrapped around his own penis during a search last weekend. Investigators say 34-year-old Patrick Florence was a passenger in a vehicle stopped around 4 a.m. traveling without headlights. Florence was charged with 4 felonies, possession of coke, meth, ammunition, and a firearm, booked for $24,000 bond. He would not confirm if the drugs were his or if they belonged to the drugs that were wrapped around his penis. Previously, suspects have denied owning syringes in their rectum, socks on their feet, cocaine in their shoe, and my favorite, a crack pipe in their vagina.
Was that a Dr. Seuss rhyme?
Wrapped Around Your Penis is a great police song.
Yeah.
Number one. Number two.
You be.
Is I never really think about it. You know, they always do that thing. All you super obnoxious vegans and vegetarians, you know, when I'm trying to enjoy a hot dog, they're always like, you know, have you ever been to a processing plant? Like, you ever seen how they process the meat and all that kind of stuff? I want to say that to all my drug addict friends. You know that shit's been up someone's ass.
Yeah,
Enjoy your cocaine.
that's right.
Shoved up the ass of some 14-year-old and dragged over the Mexican border, but enjoy.
You are so killing my high right now.
Yeah. But this guy had the coke and all the stuff strapped around his dick.
Wrapped around his dick and balls and could not confirm if it was his.
I rarely thank my lucky stars about the size of my dick. But I don't think my dick's big enough for it to be a felony.
Oh, really?
I think it's pretty much a parking ticket, slap on the hand.
Right. Just the one bump.
Yeah. He's just got enough for a freeze. couldn't do multiple rails with Gorilla Scott.
Right. One night in the Who's Gal.
That would be my attorney. I'd have
get
Mark
it.
Garagos up there going, have you seen his dick, Your Honor?
I rest my case.
What, you have?
This could have worked out better.
I'll try anything to stay out of jail.
Exhibit AAA. Thank you.
So where were the guns and the ammunition?
In the car.
Oh, in the car.
Yeah.
All right.
That was up his ass. No, they were all just in the car, firearms, meth, coke, and ammunition, but a few of it was down his pants.
Yeah, I know that. I know that drug addicts make bad decisions, but I just feel like driving around at 4 a.m. with a car, their headlights don't work, you know what I mean? Like, don't you, everything's expired,
Yeah.
there's no blinkers, don't you know you're gonna get pulled over? Maybe they wanna get pulled over.
Take a night off.
Yeah.
Watch some Tube.
And how do they find the coke that's or the drugs that are taped to his dick? Do they have to? I'd send the dog in.
Oh, yeah.
The dog is 70 miles away and sleeping. We'll wait.
Yeah.
We'll wait. Let's get the dog. Not doing that.
We could just do a simple pat down. It'll take 30
Get
seconds.
the dog.
Okay.
Get the dog. I'll wait. I got a sandwich in the car. It's going to get light in 3 hours. Get the dog.
Okay.
The
we
whole
must.
thing would be get the dog.
Right.
If I was a cop, I'd just go get the dog for everything.
Yeah, get the dog.
You know what I mean? Like, there's a domestic dispute here, you know?
Yeah.
Get the dog.
But you can see my black eye, yes?
Yeah, well, let me get the dog, and you guys can all just sort of handle it in the living room. May the best man or woman win. I'll be waiting in the car. I like that K9 unit, man.
Do, yeah. But even, it's like when a cop pulls up behind you and they're just trying to get around you. At the airport, don't you start feeling like maybe you're smuggling something and you forgot?
Oh, with that dog?
Yes.
Yeah.
I get very nervous and they can sense fear.
Yeah, it is one of those things where you go, I know that dog's not here for me, but I have done some things wrong in my life.
Yes.
And also, a dog knows, you know what I mean? They operate on a different level than us, you know what I mean? They always say, all the nutty broads always go, oh, my dog can tell bad people, right? You guys, do you guys think your dogs can tell when a person is a bad person?
Just because they're attractive doesn't mean they're nutty.
Yeah, that's true. You guys are attractive, but do you have a dog? How about this? Here's number one nutty broad theory, that my dog thinks he's a person. We got that? By the way, there's no way my dog, Phil, could mistake himself for a person because we don't share any of the same activities.
Right.
He licks his balls. I try, but I can't get there yet.
You're trying to lick Phil's balls?
I can get to Phil's nuts. No problemo. I was saying this about my dog has no balls.
Okay, well, they're easier to lick.
But I was saying this about, I think about the sort of purity of a dog and their state. You know what I mean? Like every time I come home, Phil's just like he's fired up. He's never in a mood or whatever. Oh, he's come home. If somebody, my daughter, my son has friends, someone's at the, okay, who can I go, shower with love or have some fucking food on them, which is really the subtext of all their glad to see you, boss. Where's the food? It's really what they don't tell you.
Right.
But I was thinking about this. We all talk about like our dogs and we go, oh, he's so loving or he's sweet or he's kind, he's good with the kids. But I think the real thing that we love about the dog that we don't really tap into is my dog trusts the shit out of me. He trusts. Like he doesn't ask questions. He trusts. And I was thinking to myself, no greater example of, I got the dog when the dog was 5. About 5 months old. 5 months old, I got Phil. And when Phil was like 9 months old, I said, jump in the car, Phil. And he went, fine. And I'll go, we'll just drive. And he goes, good, this is going to be awesome. And we went to the vet, and they cut his nutsack off, and we turned around, we came home. 3 days later, I said, Phil, get in the car again. He went, fine, boss.
Can do.
Can do. That is fucking trust. That's trust. Because if this guy told you jump in the Denali, it's a surprise, and then you came home without your nutsack, and then 3 days later, it's like, hey, hop in the car again. You'd be like, I got questions.
They got a lot of questions. Yeah.
I need my dick. All drive, fine, but all drive. Phil, right back in the car.
God bless him.
Tail wagging, head out the window.
Yeah.
That's trust.
That is trust. He's very sweet. He's very dumb.
Yes, he's very, well, come on, Gina.
How dare you?
Oh.
Moving on. So if you like your vodka a little more potato-y, Lay's Potato Chips has you covered, just what you're looking for. The brand has introduced Lay's Vodka. Oh. The distilled spirit is made from the same potatoes that they use for Frito-Lay to make the chips. It's a 750 milliliter bottle, run you about $40. You're gonna have to wait though, because of course they're completely sold out.
First off, how white must your trash be to go, oh, this Kamchatka and this Stoli and this Belvedere, that will not do. I need Lay's.
Even the bottom shelf stuff, the pop-off. Nope, too expensive for me.
It's $40 a bottle.
$40 a bottle.
Oh.
And actually, I can answer the question of how white must your trash be, because as a side note, Arby's released Curly Fry Vodka and Crinkle Fry Vodka.
Vodka's vodka. That's the flavor. It's a flavor. Listen to me. You guys all got an ass full of me with all my passion fruit iced tea belly aching 25 years ago, but I knew it was a slippery slope.
Yeah.
See? I don't know what the great saying is, but, first they came for the Jews, and I said nothing. And they came for the Protestants, and I said nothing. Well, I said something when they came for the iced tea, because I fucking knew we would lead to a day when there was Curly Fry vodka and Lay's potato and cotton candy flavored rum and
Birthday cake,
everything, every fucking. It was. When I grew up, you'd go get a fucking shake. It'd be vanilla or chocolate. It wouldn't be cookie dough with weird gummy tarantulas floating on top and stuff. When did the nation turn 13? When did this happen?
It's a great question. It probably around the time where Katy Perry started blaring at sports bars.
Right, that's right. This is all right. The slippery slope of the passion fruit iced tea.
Right.
Now we're all there. Everything's infused with everything. Everything tastes like something else. And also, vodka is just vodka. Like, why do you want it to taste like something else?
I don't know, man, but fun fact, you guys may or may not know, Adam cannot turn down a shot of alcohol, so if the bar in back has birthday cake vodka.
I think the only reason that was invented was to get girls to consent.
Oh,
it's kind of good. You know what I mean?
Right.
Otherwise, it shouldn't exist.
It's basically sanctioned roofies.
Yes.
Essentially, like society. I found out the hard way. Society frowns on a pocket full of roofies. But
I'm sorry, you found out the hard way?
yeah, it frowns, it judges. But I will say, the cotton candy flavored vodka, you sail right under the radar.
That's absolutely
right under the roofie radar.
That's right.
That's where you want to live, right under the roofie radar.
So, like Brian suggested, whatever flavored vodka you got back there, go ahead and grab some for him.
No. But a little single malt scotch, to help loosen me up.
Tinder has a new feature. They know which way the wind is blowing. They decided to tackle one of the most difficult tasks if you're single, and that is finding a wedding date. Tinder members can now sign up for Plus One. It's a feature on the app that you can make a profile where the wedding is taking place and what you're looking for in like a date, like a rent-a-date. The company says that this feature is now Plus One etiquette at weddings, where the traditional rule of only bringing a date if you're committed, in a committed relationship, that's old news. Now you just got to find yourself abroad.
So Tinder helps you find a date, not for your wedding, but
Correct.
for other.
Yes.
That's a little presumptuous.
Yeah, that would be confusing.
I bet there people would go for that, but you would. This this spry gal over here would go for that. You look like you did some swimming in high school.
No, she says no.
That's a compliment. Yeah. Yeah, you just have you look fit.
Yeah.
She's like a more attractive, blonder Kristen Wiig.
Yeah.
Have you gotten that before? Yeah. Can you kind of see that? Yeah.
Yes, you look like Kristen Wiig.
You're very
Yeah.
welcome.
Yeah, like an unfunny, poor Kristen Wiig. Like a non-sought after in the industry.
Right.
Kristen Wiig. That's kind of what I'm saying. That's
Kristen
why-
Wiig north of the 44th parallel.
Right.
45th, right?
All right, sorry, go ahead.
Let's move on. Thank
Yes.
you. Well, we were talking about Phil, so I want to bring this up. The average dog understands. Any guesses how many words the average dog understands?
44.
44? Anybody else? 5? 89.
Nice.
89 words and phrases. Some really smart dogs know more than 200. This is according to research out of Canada. According to the study, the most responsive dog breeds, Aussie Shepherds, Border Collies, German Shepherds, Bichon Frises, Spaniels, and Chihuahuas, which I wasn't expecting. The dogs that understand the fewest words are Beagles and Boxers.
Beagles and boxers.
Yeah,
Those are
they're
great
not
dogs.
interested.
Not
Snoopy.
smart, but great dogs.
Beagles. I don't know anyone who has beagles anymore.
I think it's a hunting dog. I wonder if it's more popular. Well, are they don't have a beagle here?
It's a bygone, when I was growing up, well, we didn't have any dogs, but people had beagles, they had weenie dogs. There was is a beagle a hush puppy dog, or is that a different dog?
I'm not sure about. Do you know why the beagle's ears are long? To catch scents off the ground and smell.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's right.
Wow.
Drag on the ground.
What's your excuse for my ball sack? You know why Adam's ball sack is long? To get caught in the chain of a mountain bike. But how does that serve? Don't worry about it.
To wrap
it
your
up.
cocaine around.
Yeah.
So you can throw it over your shoulder like a Continental Soldier.
Let your ears hang low. Yeah, what was the hush puppy dog? There was a dog. Oh, that's a
Basset
basset hound, not a beagle, right?
They're the
okay.
ones that just look effortlessly depressed.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and they howl.
Right.
A
Okay.
lot.
Good.
All right. I think Phil knows, like, he doesn't really, he knows like 3.5 words.
He knows I'm going to kick you in the ribs.
Well, he knows Olga kicks him in the ribs, right?
Right. But that's about it.
Right.
Right. Or he knows I'm going to get Olga.
Yeah, I got a nanny from Guatemala. In Guatemala, or almost everywhere in the world except for the United States, dogs are dogs. They're not your best friend.
Not
they're
family
not your
members.
bunk buddy. They don't fucking. She's a dog on the bed or on the sofa or something. They sleep outside. They hunt rats and they bite bad people. They don't lay on sofas and sleep on top of comforters.
Right.
They're not your buddy. They're kind of a workmate who lives at your house.
They don't take an afternoon dip in the pool.
No, and she will kick. She'll kick Phil in the ribs every once in a while if he tears through the trash can. But let me tell you something. I know we don't like kicking dogs or hitting young girls,
I feel like there's a butt coming.
but Olga kicked Phil in the ribs pretty good, and he doesn't fuck around with the trash can when she's around.
Right.
Results?
And one time, my daughter spat on her, and Olga just smacked her across the face. Guess who doesn't do so much spitting? Now, Now, Whitey just wants to send her to therapy
Yeah.
so she can have an encounter because there's some pent up something in
Right.
there. Or we could save a lot of time and money. Just one open hand across the face. Boom. Problem solved. Yes, actions corrected. Pow.
Yeah.
In milliseconds.
It's a teachable moment.
Very teachable. We could have the guy come over to the house with the waffle stompers and big calves and the ponytail pulled through his thing to reason with Phil. Or in a millisecond, Olga could just give him a nice hirachi to the rib cage. Problem solved. Behavior corrected. Pow. Just like that.
Yeah, I in this instant, I cannot argue with animal or child abuse.
Oh, yeah. And Olga knows my policies: beat on whoever you want around this house.
I'd like to work at your
That'll
house.
be your business. Anyone spits on you or goes through the garbage, go ahead and open a can of whoop ass. I'm going to still write you a check on Friday.
Oh, I love it. An Austrian court has fined a surgeon what equals to about $3,000 for mistakenly amputating the wrong leg of a patient.
That is a bargain.
He learned his lesson. He was fined $3,000.
That's it?
The 43-year-old surgeon was fined for committing grossly negligent bodily harm.
Cool.
He was working at this clinic, carried out an inadequate clarification with the existing medical records, and he sawed off the left thigh instead of the right thigh.
Well, how
He didn't
about
just
the
take a
rest of the
toe.
leg from below it? Was it okay?
Yeah, no, that he took that with him as well.
Oh, well. Don't they get Sharpies
They're
out?
supposed to permanent marker, yeah.
You guys, I feel like the Sharpie. Tell me if you feel this way. I see a lot of tennis balls on places other than tennis courts. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like if you ever are on a set and they have the jib camera thing, there'll be a tennis ball parked on that thing. They use tennis balls to like simulate and acting and stuff like that.
Walkers.
Walkers,
Right.
always tennis balls at the edge, on the end of stuff. It feels a little unofficial. Like it doesn't feel medical grade.
Sure.
And I feel the same way with the Sharpie. You know what I mean? Like, oh, what thigh shall we amputate? I don't know. Go to the truck and get my Sharpie. Like, should there be some medical grade, or just something? I mean, I'm sure it's still a Sharpie.
Yeah.
But make it seem like
At least
infuse
print
some-
the hospital's name on it.
Yes, do something that
Yeah.
makes me feel like this thing costs, like you didn't just go to the Staples and pay $1.89
Right.
for this thing. But they're supposed to write all over the leg.
To my knowledge, they're supposed to write this leg, and on the other leg, not this leg.
Oh, but then that's just this leg is now.
Oh,
now.
this is your push and pull.
This is push and pull. Well, yeah, no, this is my no mayo means extra mayo because you said mayo.
They both said this leg. I guess I got to take them both.
If I had a Sharpie, first off, if I was in an operating room with a Sharpie, like after marking up the patient's
Yeah.
leg and then putting them under, I would definitely keep the Sharpie so I could draw a huge dick on this guy's chest, right? I mean, first off, you know how difficult that would be? Like the guy's under,
Yeah.
complete euthanized or not
Sedation.
euthanized.
Anesthetized?
Anesthetized, yeah. I know.
Where's that shot?
Oh no, another $3,000 fine.
Yeah. Euthanize, anesthetize. All right. Subtle differences in the word. I think there'd be that much laughter over a slight syllable drop, but okay.
Yeah. We hardly
All I'm
noticed.
saying is this. If this person was passed out in nude and I was holding a Sharpie, my hand would be trembling. Like I'd be like, just put the Sharpie down. I gotta draw a dick on his forehead. He's under. Look, gotta draw a pirate's patch on his, and a scar, and a big Brock
Insert
Lesnar
here.
dick sword on his chest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Guy,
And you'd be right to do it.
guy gets rolled into the recovery room. Other guy with the dick on his head is like Dr. Corolla.
Well, I had this thought. It must be. This must be. every year, X amount of like college students and high school guys OD basically on booze.
Right.
You know what I mean? They alcohol poison. You drink yourself to death,
Right.
essentially, right? Now, so think about this. If you drink yourself to death, like in a frat house or a party situation or whatever, that's not Harvard, Yale, Brown, Pennsylvania.
Right, not an Ivy League.
That's more of a Florida State, Arizona. You know what I mean?
Eastern Washington.
That's a San Diego.
Gotta get the local humor
Captain of
in.
the swim
Shots
team
fired.
of the Lady Dolphins. All right, that's it's a San Diego State type movie. Now,
Right.
and it also means you're partying with other dudes that are shit-faced too. Like
Yes.
you had 2 or 3 more shots than everyone else, but there's no teetotalers in that room, right? So that guy then passes out. You don't just die. You just pass out,
Right.
and then everyone calls you lightweight. And I've been my friends, they kick you. Like, oh, look at him, put a party hat on him. Well, inevitably the Sharpie has to come out.
Of course, yeah.
And you have to draw a dick on the forehead or
Right.
dick on the belly or whatever that is, right? Then at some point you die. We call the ambulance. That's a Sharpie. That's a permanent marker. We call the ambulance. Everyone's fucked up. Everyone's adrenaline pump and dump, and everyone's going at the ambulance. And at some point, we're going to have to call the next of kin in. Like your parents are going to have to come in and identify these remains. And either there's going to be a cock on your forehead, either the light of your life, the 19-year-old Leonardo, is either going to have a cock on his forehead or a red outline of a cock. That some saint of a nurse took some fucking isopropyl and a fucking
Ajax.
Right.
and a cotton ball and just fucking where they're coming in from Houston. When's the plane land?
Stall them.
Damn it. Your 2 choices are an untampered with dick or the red outline of a dick.
Yes.
Those are your choices. Those are the only 2 that I'm putting on the table. This must have happened thousands of times in this country.
Yeah.
I mean, alcohol's been around for a while. First case probably 3 days after the first Sharpie was invented, 1944.
Yeah, it's like chocolate and peanut butter.
It's just, it has to.
Yeah, it has to go together.
All right, let's bring it home, Gina Grad. I'm gonna
You
get my
got
ball
it.
puller
I'm
up
Gina
here.
Grad, and that's the news.
That was the news with Gina Grad.
All right, we will bid adieu to Bald Brian and Gina Grad. Put your hands together for these
Thanks,
two.
guys.
We will bring up Diana, who lives in Seattle. Nice job. Diana, who lives in Seattle, who was riding on some of these balls up here. Put that there. Diana.
Oh, this is
Oh, is that Diana who was up front there?
yeah.
Are you going to come? Oh, you're settling up your bill? Come on up, Diana.
I'm gonna put it right here.
Yeah. Lives in Seattle. I'm reading your vital stats here.
Okay.
Lives in Seattle.
Yes.
Is an RN. That's a resident nurse. What's an RN? You use your microphone.
Registered nurse.
Registered nurse. All right. There's also another RN, isn't there? Don't dorm rooms have RNs? I didn't go to fucking college. Hey, do you ever have to use your microphone? Do you ever have to
Sorry.
take a dick off of a young guy who
Take a
died of alcohol poisoning? You ever have to scrub a Sharpie dick off a guy's forehead?
Just a couple times.
2 times?
Yeah, twice.
You gotta be shitting me. You did.
Absolutely.
Now, unfortunately, these mics smell like bad breath, but you have to pull them tight. To
I'm
this-
not tight.
There you go.
Okay, sorry.
All right.
Yes,
You working
yes.
as a nurse had to remove a Sharpie dick from 2 patients.
2.
Not 1.
2.
Several.
2.
More than 1.
More than 1.
2 patients. Now, they had to be guys, right?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Because when a chick passes out, the girls are like, oh my God, let's get Tamara some help. And guys are like, let me put my balls on his forehead. You take a picture and we'll use his phone. He doesn't, he's not breathing. All right, well, hurry up then and get the phone. You guys pass out, your girlfriends take care of you. Guys, get the Sharpie out. I want to hear all about this. We're gonna be here for a little while with this dick story. Why did they come into the hospital?
They were passed out.
They're passed out from
Passed out.
alcohol.
Alcohol.
And the dick was drawn where? Forehead. Forehead dick. Let me ask questions here. Circumcised or uncut?
I think one was circumcised.
One was circumcised?
I'm not sure though.
I told you I got in this argument with Jimmy once. I said I showed him a picture of a dick. It was drawn on the mailbox near where we used to live up in the hills, and it's just a big spray painted cock, you know. And I go, Jimmy, show him the picture, I circle the head, I go, Jimmy, in Europe when they graffiti a cock on a mailbox, you think they leave it uncut? Not bad, right? Jimmy gets really serious. He goes, no, they draw them the same. I go, how do you know? He goes, I know, they draw them the same. I go, why would you know this information, Jim? And he goes, I'll tell you why. They don't draw limp dicks, they only draw hard dicks. When a dick gets hard, the foreskin pulls back over the head, so it looks like it's been circumcised. I was like, were you preparing for this conversation? It feels like, this feels chambered. This feels like an answer that you've chambered. But God damn it, he was right. And later on that day, when I got home after this spirited dick argument with Jimmy, he emailed me a picture of him in France when he was 19 in front of a cave that had a dick spray painted on it, and it looked exactly like the one I had on my mailbox. So he was fucking right. And that's why he's hosting a network late night television show, and I'm in this fucking hellhole sniffing on a mic, dealing with you people. All right, now, whose job is it? Why was it your job to remove that dick? Isn't that the janitor's job?
I was in nursing school.
Oh,
Yeah, so-
give it to the scrubs. Go down. Well,
Yeah.
Oh, so you're low woman on the totem pole, so it's not like head nurse Ratchet's doing that.
Right.
She kicks it down to the greenhorns.
Yeah, to the students.
And do they just let you kind of use your own imagination, or they go get the rubbing alcohol and the cotton ball? Like, what do we use? And a Swiffer?
They leave it up to us. They leave it up to us.
Yeah, leave it up to you.
Yeah. So we would go ahead.
Dick on the forehead. Did it leave the outline of the red outline of the dick that I'm hoping for?
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Good. Did anyone else come in and go, why is there a red outline on this guy's dick and then of the dick on this guy's forehead? Or do they all kind of know what you were doing?
I think they knew what we were doing.
All
We
right.
did scrub.
What? And did that guy make it?
Yes, he did.
He did.
Yeah.
What about the other one?
I I don't remember. I'm not sure if he did. or
But
not.
you shall confirm
Yes.
that you have removed
Yes.
2 sharpied dicks off of poisoned drunk males, and that's just in one hospital
in
in a
Seattle.
2-day period. I mean, imagine how much this is going on around the world right now. I bet in the time we've talked about this, there's been a baker's dozen of cocks removed from guys' foreheads just in the Portland area.
Yeah. I bet. It's a lot.
Have you ever seen a woman fucked with when she was passed out?
No. Mm-mm.
No.
Not a woman. No.
Then that's, never. No. And that's why we build the bridges and the skyscrapers, you know what I mean? That's who we are. You guys run in a circle and get help. We get the Sharpies out and get to work. We roll up our sleeves. We got a little something called gumption, ladies. We roll our sleeves up and get to work on our brethren who poison themselves with cotton candy flavored vodka. All right, you ready for that first ball?
Yes. Ready?
Like lunch meat.
Wait.
I don't know how this thing works. You go all the way around and then you like go back that way, or you go. Oh, there it is. There it is.
Oh.
There you go. Oh, Mike faced it the wrong direction.
Oh, you did it.
Mike's a fucking retard. Turning this thing around.
Thank you. Watch out for your
Yeah.
water.
Come on, Mike.
Sorry.
All right, what do you got?
Women armpit hair?
Women armpit hair. Well, it's not one word, but I can do it. Look, it's gross. Dudes don't like it. We like to essentially pretend like you never had it. You know what I mean? That's the way guys are. First off, it holds in the funk. So you want to get rid of anything that holds in the funk. You know, I feel, look, I'm an equal opportunity offender. Any of you assholes with dreadlocks, dreadlocks, everything's, it's a way of life. No, it's a way of me knowing what you fucking made for dinner that night because I can smell it on your ass. He who smokes tons of weed, like we can tell you smoke weed from across the street. We don't need the whole essence brought in this big fucking dready wig of yours, and white guys with the dreads. Fuck right the hell off. I have no time for you. Quietly, the Rastafarian religion is the best religion ever dreamt up by dudes. Like, how's your religion work? We never cut our hair, we smoke pot all day, and women have to do whatever the fuck we tell them. There, I think we're about done. Seems like a good religion. I'm in, by the way. I'll be a convert. The hair on the women's armpits, every once in a while, some super hot chick tries to pull this off, you know what I mean? Like in Vogue, or she'll do, you know, it's a kind of, I'll tell you the move it is. It's, what is her name? I'm trying to think of the chick who would try pulling this off. It's what's her name from what's the Achy Breaky Hearts kid's name? So fucking obnoxious. Miley Cyrus. This is a Miley Cyrus move. You know what I mean? And listen. And what happens is chicks, everyone wants to fuck. They try it, and we want to fuck them a little bit less, but we still want to fuck them because they're them. But do not mistake that as enhancing anything. It doesn't enhance anything. It holds in the funk. There's plenty of stuff we do for you ladies, like I'll floss on occasion. That's a pretty big sacrifice, but I make it for the greater good of my lady friends. Do not let the pit hair go. Shave it off. My mom did it once in like 1974. It traumatized the shit out of me. She let her pits go all, it was basically, you know, I'll tell you what her pits look like. You know those Omega Man type movies where nature takes over and they walk through Manhattan and all the fucking shrubbery and everything is overgrown. The library's got ivy all over it and there's a deer running down the middle of 53rd and Lexington. That's what my mom's armpits looked like. It's freaky. Then the summer comes around. You're wearing something sleeveless and then it gets sticky and then it gets weird and then you try to do the deodorant but it mats it down. Don't do that. Do not. Shave that shit off. Keep it shaved. Now, as far as the vag goes, there's some room for negotiation there. That doesn't have to be the full ice skating rink. There can be, it could be the medium that runs up and down the highway with the little grass on there and maybe a tasteful palm tree. But let's keep those pits shaved. It's a small price to pay. Small price. Thank you. It's powerful. Oh yeah, and I go that. Oh, look at you! You're a champion.
Thank you.
She played captain, high school basketball, college basketball. Where'd your paper go?
College.
College basketball player. Good.
She was my teammate. Right?
Oh, I knew. I smelled sports on this one. I said swimmer. Can't say. No, you're right. You guys played together and you're still friends. It's good.
Yeah.
All right. Got a ball there? Pull it up.
Activist.
Activist. Ugh. Activist. Well, all right. It's a couple things. I was fantasizing about this when I was doing another show a week ago, but I'll share it with you guys, which is like, you know, when they're always talking about, we're going to colonize Mars, or we're going to build, Elon Musk and all these guys are always talking about, we're going to build a space colony and people are going to live in space. We'll have big stations and we'll have gardens and whatever. And I was like, okay, I mean, I can look forward to this future, but if I was in charge of the space station, I would definitely want to do some vetting. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want any fucking activists up there. Because they're like an invasive species. Is that what they call those things? Like nutria. They get in, they start fucking, and they start multiplying, and the next thing you know, they're eating all the trees by the roots. Like, I would be up at the space station going, we're going to start a utopia up here. And everyone's going to get along, and it's going to be really communal, and it's going to be a lot of harmony. And then they'd go, yeah, I just want to talk about the Black Lives Matter movement for just a couple of minutes. I go, get the fuck out. Out. No, out. No, it's just a curriculum that I want to just talk to the kids about. No, get the fuck back in outer space. You're not coming in here. And then the next guy'd come in and he was like, have you guys discussed a vegan lifestyle? Is that something that the kids have heard about in your space? Get the fuck out. Get out. Get the fuck out of here. I noticed a statue of Elon Musk over there in the lobby. Is that okay with everyone? I find that problem. Get the fuck out. Get out. I left this horse shit on Earth. I don't want more of this fucking shit, you activists. And by the way, hey, activists, go fucking activate somewhere else. We're going down to the Westwood, to the Federal Building. What's going on at the fucking Federal Building, you pussies? Go down to fucking Africa and take on Boko Haram or whoever the fuck's kidnapping the girls, activists. That shit is going on. There's nothing going on in downtown Manhattan. The ladies are fine there. The gays are fine there. Go to fucking the Middle East and start activating. Go where the fucking problem problem is, you fucking coward loudmouths. You don't want to go where the fucking problem is. The problem is not the federal building in Westwood, California. It's not downtown. It's not Washington, D.C. It's not Wilshire. It's not Manhattan. The problem is in fucking Mexico with the drug lords and the narco state, or it's in Africa somewhere, or it's in the Middle East. So I'll buy you a fucking plane ticket. Go be a fucking activist where they have problems. Or shut the fuck up and shave your fucking armpits, bitch. Jesus Christ. It's like there are problems, not so many here, but I could point you to where a lot of those problems were, but you're too big a puss to go there. So it's essentially like going, I'm a termite inspector. I eradicate termites. I find them and I kill termites. And then you only inspect steel buildings. And you go, hey, there's a fucking poor family living in a barn down the street. Yeah, I'm not going there. Fuck that shit. I like to go places where I don't have to fucking do any work. But I can still be heralded as a hero. Oh, you're such a hero. You're an activist. Take that shit somewhere that has a problem. Shut the fuck up. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's pull one more. Here we go. If you... Yeah, just keep going. It'll. Oh, now you got it. Now, you got to go all the way over the. Yeah, but that's the.
I'm so sorry.
There we go. Yeah, that thing needs an arrow.
Sorry.
It needs an arrow. I'm gonna get a Sharpie and draw something on that thing.
Does it?
X2. X2. Does someone do it? X2 divorce? X1? Oh, X1 divorce? First divorce? Second divorce? Divorce. Ugh.
Divorce.
I'm getting divorced.
There.
The fucking laws are, oh boy. They're so stupid. Yeah. Try being rich. I like the way my fucking parents got divorced, man. The way my parents got divorced is my dad got in his 61 VW Bug with probably a hamper worth of clothes. Like, I do not think my dad possesses a suitcase. That would have been a big ticket item in the Corolla house. My dad and mom's divorce is my dad left my grandmother's second house in North Hollywood that she was letting them flop in. It was supposed to be a rental house, but I got news for all you fucking parents out there that are shitty parents. You think you're going to buy some rental property and supplement your income? Au contraire. You fuck your daughter up, she marries a fucking loser like my dad, and they end up flopping in your rental property. So, be careful how you raise your kids, because you can't do a shitty job of raising your kids and have some rental property. Those fucking little leeches will move right, that little pile of damaged goods will move right into your rental property and live there for free, which is what my mom did with my dad. And my dad, when they got divorced, they didn't even get divorced. He got in his VW Bug, he got his hamper with his underwear and his socks, and he didn't have enough money for an apartment building or a hotel or a motel. He drove to my mom's parents' house in another part of North Hollywood and lived in a closet at age 42. Man was into his 40s, and he did not have enough money to move into a motel for a week. He literally moved into the parents' house of the woman he was soon to divorce. So that's what he did. And what I'm going to do is cut big fat fucking checks. And that's the way divorce works in this modern land of ours. All right, put your hands together for Diana. I don't know where my paper went. And Gina. By the way, let's just take a moment here. I was musing about nurses removing Sharpie cocks from guys' foreheads. And moments later, one took the stage and explained that she's done that not once, but twice. And for all you atheists in the room, I ask you honestly, you say there is no God? Look at the bounty he delivered to us. Thank you, Diana. So, till next time, Adam Carolla for Diana and Gina and Bald Brian saying mahalo. You can find out what's going on with this fucker in his RV. I bet he's watching Sports Center right now. He's probably got a recliner with a massage element in there, maybe a little heat on the lumbar. He's lighting a cigar with a $10 bill and laughing. Oh, look at those suckers across the street.